Good afternoon, everybody. Does it feel like ages since we'd last did a tile? So much happened since then. It gets crazy, doesn't it? And of course, we did our last tile on Tuesday rather than Wednesday, so it's a little bit more of a gap in between. So yeah, it's been a great week. The sun's shining today, and it's a little bit warmer. So yeah, it's all good over here. Now, okay, what we're going to do today then? Yeah, I thought I'd go for a darker tile today. This is the slate grey out the monochrome, and I know perhaps it looks a little bit black on there, but so I brought the black tile in to show you the difference. There you go. There you go. See it. But yeah, grey's quite nice. It works well with all sorts of colours. But I'm going to go with a white pen today, so that my white jelly roll, whatever size or whatever colour you want to use. And of course, if you want to use the regular black pen, go ahead. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to bring in a pencil. I've got my white chalk pencil, although if you want to use pastel colours, that's fine too. And of course, I've got a tortillon. I've actually looked splashed out today because I've got a brand new, nice and clean tortillon. So that's sort of where I'm heading with my little pencil. And we're going to see where we go. So are we up for this one? Bit of a deep breath. It's not a challenge at all. You'll be fine. It's just that we're going to do this freehand today, so no stencils and no clever anything. As normal, we're just going to go for it. So let's move those out of the way. And here we go. Where do we start? Well, okay, I want to sort of work out a little bit where the middle-ish is. So I'm going to come in with, now I was going to say John's ruler, but it's downstairs, so I'll not use John's ruler, but I could use a tile just to give me an idea. You see, it's about, there we go, put a little cross in there, see? Turn it round the other way. See, I'm just sort of gauging it. As long as it's about the middle, it's fine. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hi. Oh. There we go, bit of a cross in the middle there. Okay. So I'm going to go straight in with my white pen. Now, of course, as you well know, if you're using a white jelly roll or any other jelly roll, you've got to make sure it works first. So just go on the back. You see, look there where it started to work. And just do a test run. There you go. See, that's working fine. And then in we go. Oh, Sam, I've just seen your name on a parcel that's gone in the post. So, absolutely. And Garth, yeah, yours is gone as well. We've pulled the stops out this week. We're getting better. So there's a few parcels gone. So hopefully we should get them soon. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just using that cross as a little bit of a handy guide. And I'm just putting myself a little squarish shape in the middle there. There we go. All right. So far, so good. No stencils anywhere. No rulers, no straight lines, nothing. But you can if you want. Don't think I'm forcing you into it. This is just about you enjoying it. You know, and if you are going to be happier using a straight edge, then that's absolutely fine. You can go ahead and do that. And just working our way down there. We go. And look. Oh, those new stencils are coming out now. Those sea ones are lovely, aren't they? So are you going to do the seahorse or the jellyfish first? So which one? Or are you going to try one of the fish? Oh, they're just all lovely. Okay, see, I've just put some little lines in there. Oh, gone a little bit blurred. Don't know why that happened. Let's have a look. There we go. So I'm just going to fill this little space with some lines, just because I like using this white pen on the grey there. Of course, it would look just as nice on black. And straight along and down. And of course, those of you in the US, if you're a little bit jealous, we're talking about the new stencils. And of course, Book 7. I am on Crafters TV on Wednesday next week. And I had a little chat with them yesterday, and we've put some of the new sea stencils on, and we've put Book 7 on there for you, because I think shipping wise it'd be better with them. So, but whatever. Okay. All right. Oh, Louise, I think you should just start at the beginning and work your way through the instructions. How does that sound? I think that'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to start then. Let's put a bit of about halfway-ish, I'd say, or maybe less. No, let's go a third of the way. So there's half, bit down. I'm just going to put a little mark. You see? And then this one, and again, I'm just sort of putting a mark about 2/3-ish. If you could sort of imagine another sort of, maybe another little square going in here. Oh, hello, Maureen. Mary and Sue, Louise, yeah, do it. Start at the beginning and work your way through, because do you know what? You'll love whatever you do. I see here where that's a little bit higher, don't matter. Maybe I'll bring that one down a bit. The nice thing about this is I can just mark that out. Okay. So let's have a look where we're at now. I'm not gonna imagine them. I'm gonna put a little curve in here. There we go. And then one on the other side. And then let's turn it round. Oh, Lynn, hello. Hello. Hope you're okay. But no, we all feel it. We do. We all love our little furry friends. We know. I know how you feel. But, hope you're okay. And then another one. There we go. See, so I've just used those lines as a guide, and you'll see that they're not the same. But that doesn't matter, it just adds to the perspective, doesn't it? All right, so let's come on in these little corners here, and I'm going to put some little curves in. And then another one there. And another one this side. Okay, and another one this side. There we go. All right. And then let's just take one at a time here. I'm gonna, quite narrow, so I'm gonna have a little loop just in the middle there. And then a loop this side and one that side. I'm gonna put some little lines in between as well, only if you can. And then let's do this one. So again, little loop in the middle, and one either side. And then little lines in between. And the next one. Oh, Christine, it's okay. I'm not marking you as absent or late with an L with a red marker pen. It's fine. Welcome. You can catch up later. We've not got that far yet. But the video's going to be there. Okay, so far so good. I think on these little pieces as well, let's just come in a little bit more. I'm going to start sort of in the centre. And I'm just going to come in with little lines and dots and dashes. I'm not trying to do them all the same, just sort of going to create first one side. There we go. And then the other. Now if you find that you're starting to repeat yourself, then turn it round and do it a different way. But that's not too bad there. Oh, I know, Lynn. I honestly, I know. That's why I did my To the Moon and Back, you know, for Leah. I still miss her. We always do, you know, we talk about her. And yeah. But, you know, every time I see that project being done, it makes me smile now, because it's, you know, it's her on that little moon. So there we go. You'll be okay. Yeah, you'll be okay. And look what I ended up with. I ended up with Benji. It certainly keeps me on my toes. Joy, I am going to put the seahorse stencils in my shop. I'm hoping to get to do that this weekend. So, yeah, we're just, you know, trying to get everything packed from the last show, and then we'll do it. But yeah, definitely this weekend it'll go on there. Okay, so we've got this kind of thing going on, so let's have a look at it a little bit further out. There we are. All right, our first bit done. Okay, next bit then, let's have a look. I'm gonna sort of put now, see the centre here, I'm gonna put a mark a little bit higher than those were, maybe there, you see? And turn it round and put another one. Again, these are only a little guide, so You can sort of fit it in as and how you need, just so I know where I'm going. Oh, Charlotte, have you seen that photo of Dobby? He's been running around. He gets these tiles and he's decided he wants to join the tile swap. But then he just goes round and shows it off. And he doesn't fulfil his duties and, post that he's got it. So I've just sort of collared him. But he's still with his mates. He's off downstairs somewhere. Annoying Leslie, I'm sure. I don't know if he sunbathes. I think he needs a bit of sun cream on that skin of his, doesn't he? Before we let him outside. Okay. So I'm going to do a little aura on the inside here. An aura. I'm just going to follow the line I've created. Create another one. Just sort of on those two sides there. And let's turn it round. And the same again. Turn it round. And the same again. Imagine actually doing this, maybe just a quarter of it on a single tile, starting in a corner, and then doing 3 more, so you get a larger, or maybe put 4 tiles together and do all this at the same time. That'd be nice. Okay, let's have a look then. I'm gonna sort of put a little bit of a curve, see, in the middle of those two, and then it's gonna go underneath and over to this one, and underneath over to this one. Oh, I know, Louise. I'm not quite sure whether Dobby's going to be the best behaved out of all of you, if I'm honest. It might be Dobby showing you how to behave. I know who's coming. I know. Oh, it's going to be fabulous. No, it's going to be fab. There we are. So I think I'm going to do another little aura. See, I've still been on the inside this time. I'm going to do it on the outside. Now, of course, when you're using your gel pen, just remember it takes a little bit longer to dry than a regular micron pen. So you don't want to be putting your hands in it and smudging it. See, I'll go this way now. I don't want to put my arm in that and watch it streak all over the paper. It wouldn't be good. It's not a good look. All right. Oh, Sheila, it is a lovely colour, isn't it? So, I do like that one, especially with the gold or the silver pen on it. It's divine. Okay, so I'm just going to look at this one here then, and let's put another little loop in the middle there. Okay, sorry. We always allow you to come twice, just to sort of apologise for the first time, really. Again, little lines in onto those, and then let's do the same in each one of those little shapes there, and you start to sort of develop a bit of a flow, I think, going on, just sort of turning it as you go and putting those little loops in there. Wasn't it good on Wednesday, the amount of photographs that they were allowed to, that we got to show on Hobby Maker? They really pulled the boat out, didn't they? There, it was pretty good. I mean, we could see them all getting put together, as the show was happening. There were hundreds. It was fantastic. Just seeing all the work everybody's done. The fact that you're all confident enough to show it on live TV, it was just lovely. Fabulous pieces of work there. Even Richard and Lisa got theirs in. Oh, yeah, he had to show his bag off. It looked ace. Look at that. Okay. All right, and then let's add a row of bubbles. Again, just give these the time they deserve. I know they're pretty easy to work with, and you think I'll just sort of chuck them around, but no, let's slow down with them a bit. I find if you you slow down a touch, you get in a better shape. I think if you go a bit too quick, they can end up looking a little bit squat-like. And we don't want squat bubbles, we want nice ones. All right. It's quite nice, you know, once your pen's in flow anyway, doing these little shapes going around. And just sort of take each one as you go. I'm not trying to make it even. If I find that I've got no space left for a full one, just do a half one on the end. It'll look like it's going underneath. Okay, same sort of working on this area here. Just sort of in and out as we go. And that's forming quite a nice little piece, isn't it? And here's the last one. Okay. All right. So far, so good. So what's next, I think? I'm gonna, let's have a look. I'm gonna bring another shape here. So remember when we sort of did this one? So maybe let's look at half the space, put a mark. Maybe the space. And again. Pat, I think it's the following Monday. Oh, is it now? It's always a third Monday, isn't it? So it is. It is. Tell us what, 15? On Monday. It is. If that's the third Monday in the month, then it is. Okay, see, I've got this little shape going on, so it's a pattern sort of forming throughout. I think Dobby's jumping up and down now, saying yes it is. He's excited again. If anybody's on this at the moment and like, what is she talking about? Our mascot is Dobby. If you're thinking, really, Dobby from Harry Potter? Yes, we do have a Dobby here. All right. So let's do this little line around. So again, we're doing this little aura shape. And same here. Down there. Notice I keep turning my tile. It just makes life easier. Rather than try and do it whilst it's sort of stuck down, you want to be moving it about. Just you don't want to sort of overstretch or anything like that. There we go. So let's have a look. I'm going to now take a line from sort of here down to here. So let's join from one to there. There we go. See, the elf has spoken. Is he causing trouble? He's still got his tile. He won't put them down. We keep trying to take them off him. Here he is, look. Get away. Get away, get away, get away. Oh. He's asked if he can do the tile swap. I've told him no. That's my job. So he's glaring at me now. Okay. And then along this one. Oh, Christine, that's okay. You can watch later. And you get plenty of time to do the swap, so don't think you've got to rush and get it done. You get a couple of weeks to do it, so it's not a problem. Not a problem at all. Okay. So see, we've got these little shapes here now. I'm going to come in again with a little loop. Again, starting in the centre there. And then this one. And this one. Now, I'm going to add another sort of half one in each side, because then I can fill in those little gaps that are left there. And again, just putting a little line in the middle. And then here we go again, one in the middle. And then there's my full one, and there's the half one. And the full and the half. Again, just sort of fill in the gaps. I mean, you can do it with little bubbles if you want. You don't have to fill it in fully. You can fill it with lines or whatever you want to do there. see, just one and then that half a one. Of course, if you can get a full one in there, that's absolutely fine. Yours is going to be a different size than mine. And your loops might be wider or narrower, so whatever works. And don't forget, oh, those lines. There we are. And to this one. Okay. Same on this side. Again, just fill in those little gaps there. There we go, and that one. And then just sort of draw those in. And then back into this one. It's looking nice, isn't it? It's amazing how you start with just a little cross with a pencil in the middle. And then not so long after that, you end up with something that's starting to really take shape. There we are. And then of course, just adding those. So, see, I'm not trying to add one in the half of one there. I'm just putting these in the fuller shapes. And then along and round. And filling those little gaps in it. There we are. This would be nice as well, you know, adding a little bit of a colour with the metallics maybe. Bringing something in there, I might do that. Let's see where we go first with, oh, look, I forgot my lines. See where this leads first. Yeah. And let's have one on here. Get that little half. Just sort of filling those spaces in. There we go. And okay, where are we at so far? Not too bad, liking that. Okay, let's have a look at the top sections here. Let's just make it a little bit bigger. And if I just put a little droplet on the top there, and then a bubble, a little bubble. If you can fit more, you can do more. And same on this one. A bubble and little drops. See, it's getting smaller each time. Same on this one. See, they can tell now that I didn't start in the middle, but that doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Little droplets. Okay. I think I'm going to also do a little bit of a droplet that way. See, just a little curve and then hang it off from there. Same again, see, just sort of one, then the other, and another, and then the other. Turn it round again. One, then the other. Let's have a little look at that. Oh, that's nice, isn't it, on the ends there? Liking that. Okay, so let's have a look then. We've got these little points, if you've got space on the sides there. I'm going to come in this way, I think, because I don't want to touch them with my arm too much. And I'm just going to bring a little bit of a round there. And a little aura. Okay. And then same again. Don't try and think these have got to match particularly, because we don't need to worry about that. They're just an extra feature. And then again. Now, of course, depending on shapes with this and how wide or narrow you create certain things, you're going to get something completely different each time. I do have a sample here that I did just to, yeah, I do plan. And it's sort of same but different. So I can show you that in a short while, and you'll see where it starts to change a little. So don't think if it's not the same as mine, it's wrong. It isn't. This is just one variation. So I'm just adding bubbles around now. And it just means you can keep going. So if you're into your mandalas and things like that, then you could do this. And of course, if you've got the frames, certainly the circle one or even the square one, you know, you can use that as a guide, but you know, you can do it freehand, it's fine. There we are, liking this. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a couple of little sort of those hoops and loops kind of thing, just sort of in the points there, just to sort of work around that end. And then of course I've left some gaps in the middle, you know, I've not tangled in all the shapes. I wanted to do the main areas first and then go back and look at it and think, well, do I want to put some in there or do I not? It's different, you know, something different maybe. So I think, yes, I'm going to just have a quick wander around my bag here. Not actually unpacked it from the other day yet. Here we go, got my metallics. Having said that, I'm not going to use a metallic, so I think I'm going to come in and use the blue. Again, just going to turn it over and check that it works, because not all of them are metallic, see. Some of them are matte colours. There we go. And yeah, I'm going to come on in here. Let's have a look. Let's put some little curls in. There we are. See a little sort of curl. So the nice thing about this, you can add a couple of extra layers on, so you don't have to do just one layer. So I'm going back and then down again, then joining. See, so back and then down again. So it works quite nicely. Yeah, let's have a look at how that's drying off. There we go. So we're getting a hint of blue there, because it's not a seriously strong blue, it's just a nice pale blue colour. There we go. Maybe get another one sort of going off up the top there. And a few little bubbles in there. So you could have put a gold or a silver in, or something like that. Sometimes it's nice, isn't it, just to have that matte colour there. It just shows a little bit of something different. And just adding these little curls in, coming back on itself. And see, just sort of working it round. Now this is gonna, you know, it's gonna fade a little bit there, I think, because it's as it dries, but it's kind of nice because it's just gonna sit there and give it a little bit different. Oh, happy birthday, Chrissy! And all these spring chickens. I'm afraid I have to wait for Christmas for both. I should have a birthday in the summer, shouldn't I? Should I have, like the Queen does? Not that I'm anything like that, but not that I age twice in a year. That wouldn't be good, would it? It'd be nice to have a. Actually, when you think about it, we should have a little bit of a celebration next week, because obviously the 23rd of March 2020 was when we did the first ever tile. So it'll be 2 years next week that we've been doing this. Just look how far we've come. It's crazy, isn't it? 224 tiles. So that's actually 224 hours, isn't it, really? Your life and your time spent with other tanglers. Maybe more if you've gone back and looked at it again. Yeah, there we are. So I think we've also got a little bit of space in here. So do we do the same design or not? I think I'm going to just come in with some bubbles. So again, just going to reinforce these little, because I'm not going to completely fill the whole thing. I'm just going to sort of start at the bottom area maybe and do a few, and then see how they sort of start to break away there. Oh, Pat, thank you. It's been a ride, hasn't it? From that very first tile, goodness me. I think how many times I've moved. This is my second move as well, isn't it? So, since doing this, because I remember doing some of the tiles and people were moving around me. We're moving furniture and things, weren't we? That was an interesting time. We've certainly nicer where we are now. It means we can have classes and things here. I know, Charlotte, 2 years. Gosh. Do you think we'll still be here in another 2 years doing it? I wonder what number tile we'd be up to then. We're definitely in the 400s, wouldn't we? Oh, that's lovely. It's nice to know that you were enjoying it. I think I'm going to put a line on here. You know, you can't honestly say, I know not everybody likes every tile, but I do try and make them different, so I try and appeal to all tastes if I can. So, you know, if you don't like this one, doesn't matter. There'll be another one out there you do like. I'm just going to put some lines in here. There we go. Oh. You tend to start in the middle. It balances each piece out, I think. There we go. Oh, Sheila, I know. Do you think, Jackie, 1,000? How many years would it take us to get to 1,000? Goodness me. Sometimes it does amaze me that I come up with the ideas, but we get there, don't we? We get there, and sometimes it might be something I see or something that's said. Absolutely. There we go. All right, so I've done as much, I think, inking and pen work as I want to do now. So I'm going to come in with my white pencil. So this is no ordinary pencil. This is a chalk pencil, so you can see it's very not chalky. It's very brittle as well, so you know, you just take care with them. We tend to use little caps on ours. You can get these pretty reasonable, and it just sort of holds it. You don't have to sharpen it really sharp to a point either, but of course when you do sharpen it, you can put it in the freezer first for 5-10 minutes and then sharpen it. It'll harden it all up a bit. Okay, so I think just before I come in with my pencil here, I'm just going to rub out, just because I can see that pencil line of that cross in the middle there. You see? Let's take that away. And I'm going to choose one side and I'm going to add some pencil in there. You see, I've not been particularly neat, but it's in there, okay? And over everything and around the sides of that square there. Oh, I know, Gladys. Pauline was so lovely the other day, wasn't she, on the show? She was saying she's my groupie. I love her to bits. Okay, so here you see we've got this one comes in front of this one. So we're going to make a thing of that, and we're going to add some shadow or some white to both sides there, you see? Going over that one in the background there. Now, because it's white over white as well, it's going to work fine. Just make sure your gel pen's dry. Okay. Of course, if you've done this in a regular pencil, then by all means you can use your, your regular pen. Use your pencil to add the shade like we are. I'm going around this circle now. I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to get the tortillon out, and then we can look up what we're going to do on the edge. So you don't have to make these decisions all the time at the same time. Let's have a look. So here we go, fresh, clean tortillon. It won't last, will it? Let's just soften around this a little bit. You see, I'm just going to come in and use little swirls. It's almost like I'm pressing the chalk in there. If I go in a little bit more. You see, now I know there's lots of bits of chalk, you see, wandering around. Leave it, don't blow it. And if you blow at the camera, it's not going to do anything anyway. I'm going to leave a little bit of you know, sort of the opposite of a highlight there, okay? And then same here. And this is a bit, take your time and just sort of watch it create. No, you can't, there's no point blowing at the camera. It's not gonna help. Of course, do that when you've finished, don't blow it yet. All right. You see, I'm just sort of working my way around. I'm not trying to take it too far. And then here we go. Just sort of soften around the edge of that shape as well. You see? There we go. Oh, did I put any round there? No, I missed it. How did I miss it? There you go. And then again, just sort of, you see how that one now stands out in front of this one? So although we've got that blue in there, you know, it just gives it a little bit of a difference. And of course then the white sits over the top and gives it that shadow there. Oh, sorry, the camera's wobbling as I do my torty on there. Sorry if it's making you feel a little bit sick, didn't mean to. There we go. Okay, so then let's have a look at the outside. Again, just get it round. Alright, now you can see that, you know, if you find that there's places you think you've got to go back in, you know, imagine if you'd have done this with pastel colours rather than a white pencil here, then you'd get different colours coming through, wouldn't you? This is really nice. Let's have a look at this. There we are. Alright, so I think we need a little bit, maybe around the edges here now. I'm going to just do these sections, I think, because that looks like it's going behind that one. So here we go. Same again, look. Over the top. Over the top there. And then along there. Oh, I see they've got a bit, don't want that short pencil on the edge there. There we go. Same on this one. And this one. And then into this one. There we go. So those of you coming to class next weekend then, what do you think you're going to be doing? So I'm not giving anything away, it's absolutely top secret. But, yeah. It'd be nice. I think the surprise is always nice anyway. If you know what you're doing before you come to a workshop, you have sort of preconceptions of what it's going to be like. We don't do that, do we? Just sort of go with the day and enjoy it. And honestly, although I plan for it, it doesn't always, whatever we do doesn't always go exactly to what I planned. Sometimes I change my mind. Honestly, might be so top secret even I don't know yet. That I have ideas in mind. But Leslie and I have been a little bit busy because of course, you know, we've lots of things we're sorting out, and of course we've just added Port Sunlight craft show to our agenda this week, so we'll be there on the 2nd of April. Never been there before. Oh, I had a chat with my friend Tony. She was like, yeah, do it. So, okay. That's assuming we can get a van. Of course, we've not got that far yet. Do that next week. Okay, so now I'm gonna, oh, Jackie, I will get to Zoom classes. I do apologise. And I know that some of you are still struggling. You're not able to get onto Hobby Maker because of, you know, the Virgin and things like that at the minute. So what I will do, I'm going to plan in doing a Sea Life, whether it be a demo or some time, and show you how that stencil works. So look out for that as well. Oh, it's going to be great. Okay, so here we are. We've got our little shading bit. Now I've blown away the cobwebby bits. I'm just going to bring in a black pen. Just my O1. Now just use an old one for this because sometimes, you know, the chalk can get in the way. And what I'm going to do, you see we're here where we've got this sort of space. I'm just going to come in with that black pen and just sort of accentuate the side there. Now because the chalk pencil's been pushed into the paper now and all the excess has been brushed away, we should be okay. See, it just gives it a little bit more darkness. And I'm going to do the same around here. Just coming in on that line. And just sort of redefining that middle section a bit there. And here we go. See, it's just a little bit resistant there. I'm just going to clean it off just to be sure. And then let's have a look. See here where I've got a little bit of chalk, I'm just going to fill that so it's disappeared. I'm not going to do too much more with it because of course we don't really want to be taking a black pen over that chalk. But it was just about accentuating that middle bit there just to be sure. So let's have a look at it. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Is that lovely? Sort of a mini mandala, isn't it? It's the start of one. If you're a bit scared about doing those and think you'll never do it, this is how they begin. We've just done it on a tile. And of course, you know, you can bring in, say, put 4 tiles together and do a larger one. But I think that's it's pretty cool on its own right, isn't it? So if I actually put my initials on here then, I'm just going to put SR down there. And I'll bring in now the one that I was talking about, the one that I did to sort of prep for this. And you'll see you've got sort of similarities, there we go, but it's different. And again, that's the beauty of it, is having something completely different each time. So we started with the same square, but you see it bigger there than there, and then we've got the same 4 points there that we sort of worked with, but then it all completely changed. So it's nice to do that. Imagine actually 4 or maybe 6 of these in a frame, all completely different, but they would look lovely, wouldn't they? So yeah, the blue, I don't even know where that blue's from now. It's I think it's one of our original bright blues. So yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? But yeah, so you think this was the slate grey. So again, I'll show you there's the black tile. You see the difference between slate. But on a black, it would look lovely. And of course, just adding that touch of blue in there has just made quite a difference as well. So, okay, there you go then. There's your tile for this weekend that you can have a play with. So, okay, next week, bit of a busy week, I think. We've got tile swap on Monday. We've got tile number 225 on Tuesday. Remember, we were moving it to Tuesday because Wednesday I'm at Crafters TV all day. So that'll be nice. I'm going to be demonstrating, of course, the sea life, but I'm also taking back book 1, 2 and 3. And I'll be doing the owls, and I'm going to take the dragon as well. So there's quite a few different things going in there. And then, of course, Friday it'll be a tile. And then Saturday, Sunday, it's classes. Woohoo! So, okay, have a lovely weekend, everybody. And I'm going to sort of try and relax a bit while I can and get some more parcels out for you. We're going to aim for everything being out the door on Monday from Hobby Maker. So that would be great. So, yeah, post and let me see how you get on. And, yeah, take care and I'll see you soon. All right, everybody.